Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bennett Rink here in West Haven for tonight's SCC Division II semifinal game between your number 4 seeded Guilford Indians and the top seeded Tigers of Hand High School. I'm Dean Cornelio, joined by John Knapp, Jeff Horton running the camera. Indians 11-7-2. They were 3-2 in the conference, and with one loss, John, to this Hand team in overtime, went from first to fourth place. Hand 12-6-2. They've won 3 straight coming in, and they're 5-0 in the SCC Division II play. It was a tough overtime loss to this team last time. I know the Indians are looking to avenge that loss, but it's funny how it shook out in terms of the tiebreakers. 3 teams were tied at 3-2, Brantford, Milford, and Guilford. It came down, because each team beat each other once, it came down to penalty minutes of all tiebreakers. Brantford and Milford with the 2-3 game. Guilford and Hand, the 1-4 game.
Well, it goes to show you bad behavior gets admonished.
So
good behavior gets
it'll be a good one tonight.
rewarded.
The fans are ready. Great crowd here for the
That's right.
Guilford side. The students are out in mass. You can hear them in the background. Indians will start Chad Faulkner, Filosa in net. Derek Nelson, Ryan Moore on defense. And the forward unit of Matt Horton on the right side, Billy Ring on the left, and Jack Fitzgerald in the middle. Hand, Dan Tagliarini in goal. Hill, a defensive combination of Harrison Stewart and Michael Dean. And the forward unit of Joe Dean, Jarrett Rennie, and Nico Capone for the Tigers. And we are underway here from Bennett Rink here in West Haven. Ring. And Fitzgerald chasing. Rennie couldn't clear. Second attempt, they get it out. Ring will quickly dump it back in. After 20 seconds, he's going for a line change. Fitzgerald, and now Horton.
Well, I tell you what, looks like Hand's coming out to hit tonight, Dean. Some big contact.
There's a big hit there. Moore against this opposing number 3 right in front of us.
3 big pile-ups.
Harrison Stewart hammered him into the boards. And that's been a game plan that some teams have imposed against Guilford.
Well, I tell you,
using the physical play.
Usually it's Guilford imposing against other teams. Last or 2 weeks ago, they came out with Hand and lit them up physically. Now it looks like Hand's going on the offensive in that department.
Right. Coach Brian Quartermach's team trying to say, hey, we're not going to let you do that to us tonight.
There's a little payback. Matty Doyle.
Matt Doyle. Mackey. Ring now. Venter stepping up. Mike Ring. Right here. Big hit by Donahue. That's a guy we'll expect to throw his weight around. Mitch Brown the other way. Forced wide by Baddock. Opening minute and a half of play.
I can tell you both teams looking over their shoulders in these early minutes of play, period 1.
Sent up the wall by Williams and out. Venter. That's intercepted. Brown carrying over the line. Brown shoots one. Faulkner Filosa the stop, and he'll hold on for the whistle and the face-off.
It's nice to see Chad get the first one under his belt.
And the shot right off the face-off. Faulkner Filosa stick save.
Right. Little different perspective tonight, Dean, being so close to the ice. This is unusual for us.
Absolutely. And Indians are whistled down for offsides as Horton came into the zone. Coach Russo sharing his pregame talk and pregame pep talk with the team.
You got in the locker room, Dean?
Yes, I did. Absolutely. His 7 keys for tonight, all emphasizing focus, focusing on the immediate play, focusing on being decisive, assertive, and in control, focusing on knowing what the situation is, focusing on working through adversity because there's going to be some against this Hand team. Focus on being the guy everyone wants to skate with. Focus on taking control and denying control of the other team and playing with sportsmanship and class.
Wow. You know what they call that, Dean?
They call that a penalty.
They call that hocus focus.
Hocus focus and a trip coming up
Derek Nelson gets sent to the sin bin for a 2-minute penalty, Dean. For what? I don't know. I guess we'll get that call in a second. Here it is.
Number 2, Derek Nelson, 2-minute minor.
Tripping. So they call a rare penalty on the defenseman.
Right.
He's not in the box too often.
Immediately, Guilford's on the penalty kill.
Yeah, and this is an important time for the Indians, especially Faulkner Filosa. He's coming off a bad game. The team played East Haven, lost 7-3. He did not have a strong game for himself, let in a few weak goals. And it's the first time they've played since then. 4 days off. So last time against Han, Chad had an unbelievable game.
Right.
He was a reason that they were.
Well, I tell you what.
A big reason.
I think whenever these boys play Han, they step up. Everybody steps up their game.
And they certainly want to pay him back. You'll remember last year, the Guilford Indians won the regular season SCC title. Han won the championship by beating this Guilford team. Fitzgerald trying to center the ring.
Yeah, shorthanded opportunity.
This year it could be the reverse. Han wins the regular season. The Indians want the tournament championship. And it starts here. Bounces past the defenseman out of the zone. About 35 seconds left of power play time. Pass to center. Flipped in by Joe Dean. Doyle in there for Guilford. Moore. Play behind the net. They're trying to sneak it out in front. And the Indians able to clear it. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Looks like it'll be a successful kill, John. Important moments. Important kill early on here.
That's
now
right.
let Han get an early lead.
Both teams at full strength now, and you're right, Dean. It's important, with that penalty kill, Guilford was able to slow down the defensive battle or the physical battle and concentrate on playing hockey. Focus on the hockey.
Hocus focus, right?
Hocus focus.
10:06 to play, first period. No score. Indians have killed off the first penalty of the game to Derek Nelson. Big hit there.
Ryan Moore delivering the cheese.
Fitzgerald takes the pass off the boards. Fitzgerald skating and shooting. Tagliarini the stop. Horton with the rebound. Up top. Quick snap. Never reached the net. Billy Ring. And that's Ryan Bell. His bell rung by Ryan Moore. And icing against the Tigers. James Mackey with it. Taken by 25, Ben Solon. Solon had a goal last time against these Guilford Indians in the overtime game. Carried up. Trying to cut in was Cataruzza.
He was denied.
The boards.
Yeah, he was denied. He lost an edge coming in hard. Skidded out into the boards.
Slapped in. That's Baddock. He'll send it around to Venter. John Venter had the game-tying goal last time with 8 seconds to play when the Indians trailed 2-1. And icing against Guilford. Fitzgerald on the face-off for the Guilford Indians against Mitch Brown. Off the boards. That's Fitzgerald, and he will bang it in. Stewart back for it. It's a big body on defense there for the Tigers. Set up, and it's Fitzgerald on the transition. Ahead to Ring. Billy knocked down by Stewart. Fitzgerald trying to get in front. Horton's there. He has it behind the net now. Right here to Fitzgerald. Right off a skate on goal. Well placed by Fitzgerald, and Tagliarini had to be alert. Moore will step in. Moore on the backhand. Into the corner. And backhanded out of danger by Jarrett Rennie. And icing against the Tigers. And there's a good view of some of the fans, all the students here from Guilford High. Great turnout tonight here at Bennett Rink in West Haven. Halfway through period 1, no score. Penalty coming up, no. Delayed offsides.
Clearly the Guilford fans are playing the fourth line tonight, Dean.
Or the sixth man, whatever you want to call it.
All right.
Technically it'd be a seventh, but
there you go.
Seventh player award.
Oh, there we go.
Donahue, puck still there for him. Donahue for Garrett Salkins. Garrett makes a move in front. Donahue from the bad angle hit the side of the net. Mackey in there as well. Here's Brown. And Indians take over. Winding, slapping. Tagliarini the stop on the Cataruza shot. Brown. Indians clearly, after that initial minute or so where Hand came out hitting, the Indians seem to have more intensity right now than this Hand team. Now if they can keep it contained and play smart with it, here's an opportunity. And we get the whistle on the chance by Ryan Bell.
Out of bounds. 6:22 left, first period, no score.
Face off to Faulkner. Filosa's right. Off the boards. Kept in. Here's Moore. Nice play there by Fitzgerald. He skates it down. Horton going to the net. Flipped it towards the net. Good play by Nelson. Moore, cross ice. Looking for Nelson. Horton in on the forecheck. And a shot. Faulkner Filosa may got a piece of that.
Looks like Hand's picking up the shot percentage a little bit late in the period.
Turnover. Moore. He tried to kick it forward.
Tried to play a little
Mackey.
hockey. Yeah, a little soccer to James Mackey.
And here's an opportunity. They score!
Almost a repeat of the first game.
With 5:13 to go in the first. Joe Dean puts it in.
That puck came off a rebound off of Chad Faulkner-Filosa. Was a gift right onto the stick of the Madison player. Put it high over Chad's shoulder. Not much Chad could do on that second shot.
So Donahue takes the draw.
And goal scored by number 21, Ryan DiMatteo.
DiMatteo with the goal.
Number 25, Benjamin Solon. County goal 947, DiMatteo.
So correction, it's DiMatteo, and the Indians all too familiar with him. He scored the game winner in overtime last time.
That's right.
Against Guilford, so they've seen him just enough this season. An assist to Solon.
Oh, there we go. That's up close and personal.
That's right. Big hit right in front of us here. It's Ring and Bannock and a couple of Hand players involved. Shot wide, off the glass. Another opportunity, hit the post. Can hear that all the way down here. Indians dodge a bullet. Literally. Fans try to help out the Indians and look out a turnover. And that one just goes wide on the net.
Guilford got away, got lucky on that one.
Guilford scurrying in their own zone here. Quick shot, pad save, Faulkner-Filosa. Off the boards, not out. Backhander. Near boards, kept in left point by Harrison Stewart.
Guilford have a hard time on the defense getting their stick on the puck. And I shouldn't say that. They do get their stick on the puck, but they can't seem to get any emphasis on it.
And Faulkner-Filosa the stop there and whistle to relieve some of the pressure in the Guilford zone.
Right.
3:32 to play, first period. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp, Jeff Horton with you from Bennett Rink, the SCC Division II semifinal. Han with a 1-0 lead. Set in by Salkins, on goal, Tagliarini forced to put it in the corner. Mackey bumped by Eric Williams. Solon, second chance, skates it out over the Guilford line. Solon cutting wide. And Faulkner-Filosa covers up as Solon took it end to end.
Excellent save.
Indians win the face-off. Shot, Faulkner-Filosa again forced to make the save on Jarrett Rennie. Indians trying to get some momentum again going for themselves. They've lost 4 out of 5 coming into the tournament. They are going to be the top seed in Division II as state pairings come out tomorrow. So they will have a home game or two.
Oh, is that right?
We'll have a home game or two as the top seed. And hopefully advance to go to Yale, but that's
yet to be seen.
One step at a time. There's a shot in front. Oh, good opportunity. I think that was Rennie again. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first. Turnover, Brown, and they're offsides, or else Brown would have had a great chance coming up the middle. The winner of this one, John, will take on the Brantford Hornets. Winners 3-1 over Milford in the first semifinal game here tonight. So Brantford advances to the SCC Division II final game against either Guilford or Han.
Tomorrow night, that'll be back-to-back games for both teams in that finals.
Both teams. Indians skating up ice. That's Ring. Looks, shoots, stick save. Tagliarini takes a hit. Donahue hit from behind, and he's going to get penalized for that. That was a cheap shot. Cross-checking the call on number 23, Matt Oman. And a good shot of the Guilford faithful.
1:46 left in the first period. Guilford will go on their first power play of the night. The fans are reminding Mr. Matt that he can't do that.
And listen, you got to commend Brian Donahue for that.
For
not retaliating.
Right, exactly.
Because he's a physical player. His first reaction, sometimes hit back. Not in this case. Draws the penalty. Han wins it back, but it's Horton who takes it behind the net. The hammer. Up top, 2 men in front, Fitzgerald and Ring. Tagliarini the stick save, he saw it all the way. And Horton tried to glove it down. Lost his glove in the process. Walking in, Ring never got a shot off. It was good play on defense by Eric Williams. Now centered. Oh, and Nelson didn't keep it in. It just crept over that line.
Couldn't slide over in time.
1:14 to play first period, a minute 28 on the power play. Here's Fitzgerald. And Moore tried to keep it. Instead, a shorthanded chance and a save by Faulkner-Filosa. But a penalty coming up for slashing to Guilford, and that'll negate the rest of the power play with 1:01 to go. So it's Billy Ring for slashing. He was just trying to negate the scoring opportunity. You can't blame him. There's the category of good penalties, and in that instance, that might have been one.
That's right. That was a shorthanded opportunity that Han was about to take advantage of.
Here's Mitch Brown. 4-on-4 hockey for another minute. Good effort there by Derek Nelson. Moore leaving it. It's Fitzgerald who picks it up. We're down to 30 seconds left. Brown can't handle it. Derek Nelson knocks him down. Wow.
He pitched the puck out too far. Hand's going to have an opportunity here.
And Ditt just said, excuse me. I'm
That's
taking
right.
that over. Under 10 seconds to go. Right on goal. Tagliarini the stop. He'll hold on with 2 to play. We'll see if Faulkner-Filosa gets pulled for a 6th attacker, and he will.
Yep.
So as Ryan Moore blasted in on Tagliarini, forcing him to make the stop. Indians will load up the slot area. Expect Fitzgerald to try to win it forward. Win it towards the net, I should say. Nelson line up right behind him in case it goes back. Fitzgerald. Hand player will probably drop the puck. No. Well, he goes down. Trying to go down, and then it goes into the corner as Doyle played it there. And time runs out in the first period. So, Indians. Faulkner-Filosa with 11 stops. Tagliarini with 4, I believe they said.
That's what I thought I heard as well.
So, after 1 period of play, Hand Tigers 1, Guilford Indians no score. We'll be back with the second period in a moment.
Welcome back, hockey fans. Second period action. Guilford versus the Evil Empire. Guilford finds themselves down a goal.
4-on-4 for another 14 seconds. The Tigers will then have 35 seconds of power play time. Indians have Horton, Fitzgerald, Nelson, and Moore on the penalty kill. Moore sends it down again. It's still 4-on-4, so now it's a power play. It's about 40 seconds of power play time. Tigers already with a 1-0 lead. Drop pass. Taken by 21, DiMatteo. He has the lone goal tonight. Pass up top as they look to work the umbrella. Nelson off the boards. Here's Horton. And Horton will skate it up the left wing side. Turnover to Brown. Brown, 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Sent across, broken up by Derek Nelson. He knocks DiMatteo to the ice. Moore flips it. He was trying to spring Billy Ring behind the Hand defense. It's Horton dropping it. Nobody there except the Tigers.
Oh, that sounded like it hit the post.
And there's a collision amongst their own teammates by the Hand Tigers. Opening minute and a half, second period. Off the boards nicely. And offsides the call against Hand. Face-off outside the Guilford zone. Venter goes back for the puck. The officials were talking to Venter at the end of the period in the first. Not sure what that was all about, but he was the first one off the ice.
That's right. I had the impression that they slowed the team up in the box, Dean, and one official spoke to the team on the bench. The other talked to the players, talking specifically about keeping the game under control, and they weren't going to put up for any shenanigans.
Slapper goes wide. Indians with 3 players pinned along the boards, trying to work the puck free against Healy, and a whistle as the puck was underneath Dan Healy. Packed house here at Bennett Rink in West Haven, and the line is out the door from what we're told. John got a good view of that.
That's right. There had to be a 20-minute line to get in front, and that's no lie. Broken stick. Mike Ring gets a new element.
Donahue clears the zone and hits his opposing hand player. Venter gets it up ice. Bannock, right wing side. He'll dump behind the net. Three-man rush the other way. On the left side. Drop pass. Nobody there except the green of the Guilford Indians. Here's Cataruzza. Zach gives a look, reverses direction, avoids the hit by Nico Capone, sends to Venter. Venter back to Cataruzza. And no icing as it gets past the hand defense. Fitzgerald will get there. And Cataruzza retreats as the Tigers got to the puck first. And Horton takes the hit and then stares the opposing hand player down. Wondering if that's all he had. Up top, Moore. Moore will wrist one. Tagliarini the stop, no rebound to be had. And the faceoff will stay deep in the hand zone. 11:27 to go, second period. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp, Jeff Horton with you here from Bennett Rink in West Haven, SCC Division II semifinal. The winner will take on Brantford in the championship game. Moore from the right point slaps it. The goaltender Tagliarini never saw it, but it never reached him as it was deflected. Now near boards. Man knocked down. Billy Ring takes it. Billy got his lunch-handed. Yeah, knocked to the ice on that exchange. Now it's a one-on-one against Moore. Try to cut around him. Moore gets some help by Ring. Pass to the point. Blocked by Nelson. Horton trying to get out of his way. Rennie. And now it's Nelson the other way. Derek. Skated in, and Tagliarini got a piece of it. Hand the other way after it was just out of the reach of Mackey. Here's an opportunity. Faulkner-Filosa, the stop. Got a nice panel on it. Blocker save. Faulkner-Filosa, the official in the way of Mitch Brown, and Nelson clears the zone.
He cleared the official out of there politely.
5 minutes into the second period. Still 1-0 hand lead. Salkins gets it deep. Doyle in deep for Guilford. Intercepted by Mackey. He'll chase it. To the line, not out, Cataruzza. Winds and fires, it was blocked. Donahue in to help him out. Donahue strips him of the puck and gets it on goal. Tagliarini the save. And again, no rebound, John.
Brian Donahue again doing well to keep his cool down there.
The Guilford faithful letting the hand faithful know that they're not really that loud. Tigers with the puck behind their own net. Donahue, he would have normally drilled the opposing player on that one. Instead, he went for the puck. Look out, chance, and the net came off, no goal. The net comes off, it's no goal. The puck squirted by Faulkner-Filosa, and it was right on the line. We got a great view of it here. But maybe a break for Guilford, then that net popped off.
That's right. There was just a slight opening. The puck found its way through there.
Ted was just off the post. And that puck found that spot. So Indians dodge a bullet, still 1-0. Fitzgerald against Rennie on the draw. Back to the point. Wrister was deflected. Fitzgerald and Moore have to communicate as they both went for the loose puck. Nelson flips it out of danger. Moore using his size to plow forward. Now Ring moves it ahead and is checked by Capone. And the official pointing.
He's having a chat with the hand bench about something. I guess there was a broken stick that he wanted to get off that bench into the press box.
So Fitzgerald again to the left of Faulkner Filosa against Rennie. 8:35 to play in the second. Fitzgerald kicked out of the faceoff circle. Ring steps in. Billy. One back for Nelson. Horton. Battling.
Penalty
And a
coming
penalty.
up. I'm assuming they're going to call Ryan Moore on that.
So with 8:21 to go, Moore was in to help Horton in that
That's right.
exchange. And in the official's opinion, a little too rough. Oh, it's Nelson.
Oh, it is.
It's Nelson, not Moore.
Boy.
So Nelson for a board. And play in the middle of the ice. Cataruza skates out with it. Zach over the hand line. Gets a shot away, a pad save, Tagliarini. Good short-handed chance
Now
for
Guilford's
Cataruza.
now Guilford's got to hustle back.
Here's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, he's got a break. He's walking in. And Tagliarini, they got the blocker on it and put it wide. Best chance of the night for Guilford, John.
Madison gave it up on the blue line right to Jack Fitzgerald, walked it in. Put a shot up high, but it was
Mitch Brown.
blocked by the keeper.
Brown takes it around the net. Now comes back. Rennie in the middle. Takes the shot at the post. Another post by the Tigers. That's at least 3 tonight, John.
Guilford's getting tired out there. This penalty kill's getting tired. They're doing a lot of standing around, Dean.
45 seconds left on the power play. Rennie down low for Brown. Indians trying to get that 7th player award, the fans.
That's right.
And you're right, they're going for a line change. They've been out there for a while.
They better hurry.
Venter steps up and plays the puck back down the ice. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Venter has him lined up and takes the puck away and sends it down. Good work by Venter twice to clear that area. Final 5 seconds. And Nelson steps out. Indians at full strength, under 6:20 to play here in the second. Still 1-0. Nelson off the boards. Horton gave a shot to Ben Solon. He's got the puck now, does Horton. Moore into the middle, Donahue.
Wow, there's some
Ahead to Mackey, yeah.
dangerous passes.
Donahue. And a penalty coming up against Hand as Donahue was upended down there. That's twice Brian Donahue has drawn penalties, John.
Yeah, without retaliation. That's a huge improvement for Brian.
So Hand penalized. Indians second power play.
Yeah. Penalty on number 23, Matt Oman, his second of the night
That's right.
for hooking.
It could be a good omen for the Indians. Let's see. Second chance. Mackey walks out of the corner. Put it high. Shot on. Tagliarini, the stop. Took it right up in the chest as Moore tried to put it over top, but right into Tagliarini's chest. It's not going through there. Minute 27 left on the man advantage for Guilford. Fitzgerald, Horton, Ring, Moore, Nelson. The power play unit out for Coach Ralph Russo.
Looks like Madison jumped early. They'll reface again.
And Nelson able to keep. Again, second effort. Finally, they get it out of the zone. And it's Nelson who's got to hustle, but Moore, who's got to hustle back. Horton leaves it for Ring. Billy cutting up the left wing side. Ring shooting. Couldn't get it on net. Moore. That's Horton. Fitzgerald with it.
45 seconds left on the Indian power play.
Fitz up top to Moore. Moore thought about shooting. He does. And it's deflected into the corner. Fitzgerald will wind and shoot one. Horton knocks it down. Tried to glove it to himself. He couldn't. And the Tigers are able to clear the zone. Venter gets there first. Here's Horton with 20 seconds left on the man advantage.
Be the last chance to rush up ice.
Under 4 minutes to play in the period. Fitzgerald will shoot. Over top. That's picked up by Joe Dean. And now it's Cataruzza for the Indians. Hand back at full strength. Cataruzza carrying up. Put it wide. Here's Baddock. Tigers back the other way. Shot, blocker save, Faulkner Filosa. Cataruzza. Now Venter reverses it to Mike Ring. Indians can't clear. Ring checked. In front, Rennie turns and shoots. Had save, penalty coming up to the Indians. Venter with a hit right here in front of us. And holding is the call. Looks like Derek Baddock. So 2:54 left in the second. Derek Baddock in the box. Oh, excuse me, Mike Ring.
Mike Ring. He looks like Billy Ring. He looks like...
Maybe not like Derek Baddock.
Not like Derek Baddock, though.
Venter flips it down the ice. Right on goal, Tagliarini forced to play it. So Mike Ring for the hold. Indians need to kill this off. They don't want to fall down 2 goals going into the intermission. Doyle plays it back. Venter all the way down. Rennie back for it. Mackey applying the forecheck pressure. 2 minutes to go in the second. Mitch Brown. Watched closely by Cataruzza. Billy Ring shields the puck with his body. Venter sends up the boards and not out. Top the circle and dropped for Brown. Under 45 seconds left of power play time. That hit Ring and Billy chasing after it. Leaves his feet, takes himself out of the play. Brown, backhander, stick save, Faulkner Filosa. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. So far, so good.
That's right.
Just over a minute to play in the second.
1 minute to play in the period.
Attempted drop pass broken up by Derek Nelson, and then it goes up into the netting over the glass for a whistle. 2 seconds, and Mike Ring will be back. Fitzgerald to face it off. To the right of Faulkner Filosa against Ben Solon, as opposing 25. Nelson, Mike Rings out of the box. Indians at full strength. Fitzgerald. Now it's Nelson in the final 40 seconds of the period.
Offsides.
Guilford is offsides.
It looks like Guilford will stick with Jack Fitzgerald, Billy Ring, and Horton. Excuse me, Matty Horton on the first line. On defense, we're going to have the duo Nelson Moore, otherwise known
Here's
as
Fitzgerald.
Pain and Misery.
Backhander. Tagliarini saw that. Kept it out of the net. Now it's Nelson. Sends across ice to Moore. Final 20 seconds of the period. Ahead for Fitzgerald. Off the glove of Moore. A final rush for hand. 2-on-1. Walking in, and they fanned on it, and Nelson clears the zone. And time will run out in the period, so Indians catch a break.
Wow, again.
2-on-1, they catch a break. And Faulkner Filosa.
16. The hand Tigers, Justin Parker, 11.
Faulkner Filosa, 17 shots to 16, it sounds like.
That's
hand
right.
in favor. But the scoreboard is what matters. They have one more shot, they have one more goal.
That's right.
Let's see if the Indians can come back and tie it up like they did in the regular season game against the Sand team. We'll be back with what should be a good third period. There you see your Indians skating off the ice. It's gut check time right now, John. They want to beat Hand so bad. This is the game, the matchup they wanted. They got 15 minutes to prove it.
Time for a little hocus pocus.
So we'll be back with what should be a good third period in just a moment. Welcome back for the start of the third period here from Bennett Rink. The final 15 minutes. Indians trailing 1-0, trying to get a berth into the SEC finals. They got some work to do this period, John.
It's an uphill battle from here, Dean.
The fans are ready. I hope the team is.
Got the players ready, the fans ready, and we're ready.
Puck bounces away from Ryan Moore. Indians will have to regain the line, and they do. Up the boards. Deflected into the zone. Right now, this Hand team, I believe they're the number 4 seed in Division II. Indians are going to be likely the 1 seed in the States. And there's a chance. Fitzgerald, he's in! Oh, Tagliarini! Got the glove on it! And denies Jack Fitzgerald. A second chance for Fitzgerald. And twice Tagliarini has had the answer.
That was one of the better opportunities of the night. I'm not sure Guilford's going to get another chance like that.
If they can keep generating those opportunities, that's almost as important, though, at this juncture.
Right.
It's when you're not getting opportunities that you really get concerned. Mackey on the face-up.
Hopefully they can capitalize on, if Hand gets that feeling that they're vulnerable, you never know which way that puck can bounce.
I don't think the Indians are going to forget what happened 3 games ago either.
That's right.
And that ability to come back with 8 seconds to play. That's Michael Dean carrying in. And Venter holds his position, backhands it into the zone. Salkins after it. Puck gets by Mackey, and the Tigers, oh, good play there on the defense by Cataruzza. Paddock, poke checked. Still in, that's Mitch Brown. Brown will take the shot. And he got the glass behind the net. Sent in wide of Faulkner-Filosa. Opening couple of minutes of the third period. Chasing it, Donahue trying to get a shot off. Good work by Bryan. Paddock put a slash in on Mitch Brown. Got away with that. Stick lifted, good work there by Carson Sperry. Coming out of the corner. Moore got a stick in on the play. Venter. His shot's blocked. Here's Paddock. Horton following. Slapper wide of Tagliarini by Derek Nelson. Horton.
We haven't seen Derek slap shot much tonight.
No, that's certainly something the Indians wouldn't mind seeing.
That's right.
He's got a cannon and a whistle. Face off at center. Fitzgerald and Rennie on the draw. Fitzgerald trying to wait forward to himself. It's hand the other way. Paired up by Moore. He'll slap it. Blocked at the hand defense. Fitzgerald. Fitz trying to work his way in front. He tries to jam one home. Here's Nelson. Derek. Oh, looking for the late breaking Moore. Coming in from his point position, and instead a pass up to Rennie. Big hit there by Derek Nelson. Sent wide. Fitzgerald. Oh, nice pass. Intended for Nelson, icing against the Indians.
11:27 left, third period. Guilford with the uphill battle.
It's only a goal. Hand has hit about 3 posts in the first couple periods. So the score could be worse. Shot glove by Faulkner-Filosa and held on to. Fitzgerald wins it back. Bouncing puck at the side of the net. Faulkner-Filosa goes down on a knee and covers. To the point, slapping one wide. Mackey breaking out, wanting the pass from Salkins. James now trying to force his way in. And that'll go wide of Faulkner-Filosa, icing against hands.
Smart play by Chad, keeping his stick off that puck, letting it come back down to the hand zone.
10:46 to play. Fitzgerald and Solon. Fitzgerald won it cleanly. Cataruzza over to Venter. Shoots it. That hit Horton. Fitzgerald put it wide. Here's Ring. Cataruzza. Ring shoots it. Just missed the far corner. Hit by Fitzgerald. Cataruzza will take it at center. He'll play it off the boards and skate in, but knocked out by Harrison Stewart. And that'll again go for icing against the Tigers. Indians fans trying to get their team inspired, John.
That's right. 10 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third period.
Moore. Kept it at the point. Faulkner-Filosa, the stop rebound is there. And the Indians get it out of the zone. Moore tangled up And knocked down, a penalty coming up. It looks like it'll be to the Tigers for the retaliation against Ryan Moore.
I think they're going to send both of them, Dean.
Nico Capone and Moore, I guess, will go. So 9:45 to go. The fans want more, but they'll have to wait because he's in the box for 2 minutes, along with Nico Capone. Coincidental penalties. It'll stay 5-on-5.
They called Ryan Moore 2 minutes for holding, and Nico
Capone on the cross check.
on the cross check.
Ready. The Tigers trying to get a shot opportunity. Nice look. Fitzgerald got into the corner. Nelson lost his edge. Fans want an official to put his arm up. Rennie the other way. Into the middle, they score! Pass came across and they beat him one side high with 9:08 to go. And that could be a big goal, John.
That could be. That's the killer.
That makes it 2-0 Tigers. Rennie with the setup and the finish. So Joe Dean the goal, and Rennie on the pass.
Well, I got to tell you, Dean, I think Guilford's got them right where they want them now.
The proverbial 2-goal deficit, the most unsafe lead.
The dreaded 2-goal deficit.
The dreaded 2-goal lead for the team ahead. Still plenty of time on the clock, but the Indians need to get something going for themselves. Look out! Faulkner Filosa, big save there on a bouncing loose puck right in front of his cage. 8:31 to play in the third. Faulkner Filosa got the blocker on it. Mackey hit by Dean. Off the boards. Giving chases Doyle. Rennie played it around, not out. Sulkins. Now Rennie flips it near boards, right in front of us, to Joe Dean. Curls around and out.
Penalty. Nope, offsides, excuse me.
So face-off will stay deep in the hand zone. $7:54 to go. If the Tigers hold on, they will meet Brantford for the SCC Tournament Championship.
So we still have
plenty of time to go.
Yeah, plenty of time to go. Ryan Moore still in the penalty box and not allowed on the ice at this point.
Because it's coincidental penalties. They stay in for the full 2.
And when does that roll off? The first whistle after?
Right after the next chance.
Right.
Next whistle, they should both be out. Horton to Fitzgerald. Jack. Up top. Pass may have been too hard. Shot. Nice. A bouncing shot.
Yeah.
One of those knucklers. Those are dangerous. There's Fitzgerald. Jack double teamed. The penalty coming up. So penalty for hooking on the Tigers. DiMatteo. Good work by Brian Donahue.
Brian Donahue slowing down, holding back Jack Fitzgerald.
That's right.
Go figure. And pigs would fly.
7:06 to go.
Timeout.
The Indians are going to call it. They need one here to get within one. 7:06 to go. We'll be back with an Indians power play in just a moment. 7:06 to play. Indians power play, needing a goal, trailing 2-0. The seventh man here in the crowd trying to help out.
Oh.
Ring knocked down. Horton will not take no for an answer. Fitzgerald comes out up top. The shot wide. Nelson. Horton. It's Moore. Backhand flip. Oh, Tagliarini, a pad save. Moore almost snuck that one through with Ring setting the screen. Fitzgerald shoots. Ring holds it in, across, wide open. Moore! Ryan Moore! A power play goal! And the Indians are within one.
The Indian faithful.
Great pass by Ring.
Yeah. Finally, Guilford musters the offense to put themselves on the board. 6:26 left in the third period.
Never say never.
Never say never. Boy, is this game lining up to be a repeat of last week? That's going to be interesting.
So they score a power play goal less than a minute into the man advantage.
It's that dreaded 2-goal lead. I told you, Dean, we had them right where we want them.
Off the boards. So Ryan Moore gets one back. Here's Mitch Brown for the Tigers. Held up.
I think you can give Brian Donahue the assist on that goal for not allowing Jack Fitzgerald back into the penalty roughhouse.
Brian has drawn 2 penalties tonight and kept Fitzgerald at
out
bay.
of one, right?
So he's had a strong game. And that's a big hit right there. Shot on, rebound, right on in front. Walking at Venter. Oh, he shot it high. Venter had the game-tying goal last time. Cataruza up top, Ring. Shoot, rebound, puck loose. Oh, and Donahue couldn't get there. Venter's got to play it out at center. And they're going to call a penalty. The official down low calls a penalty on Venter when the official that was across on the blue line closest to the play didn't call anything. Need to kill off the 2 minutes. Although the Indian Fitzgerald did have a shorthanded breakaway earlier in the game.
Right.
Those now become big plays, John. Twice Fitzgerald was stopped on breakaways.
That's right. You're right, Dean.
Play behind in the corner of the Guilford zone. Up top, Rennie goes wide. And they've got a piece of it, and the Indians clear, flipped out of the zone. Big hit there by Ring. Carried up by Mike Dean. Dean. Moore knocks him down. And a possible shorthanded chance. Fitzgerald cutting wide, walking in. Oh! Again, shorthanded goal! Billy Ring! And the Indians tie it at 2. Shorthanded!
Fantastic play by Billy Ring. Jack marched in on the goal, deked out the defender, took his shot, was wide, was able to get his rebound behind the net, pass it out front to Billy Ring, who had fallen and gotten up just in time to make the play.
Two goals in a minute and 50 seconds. And the Indians have knotted it up at 2. And now the Tigers are calling a timeout. They still have 1:11 left on the power play. We'll be back in just a moment.
What are they saying? Oh.
So we're back after the hand timeout, trying to settle their team down and kill the Indians' momentum here. A short-handed goal by Billy Ring, who now has a goal and an assist. Here's Rennie. Ring again. That's Nelson. 40 seconds left on the power play and a whistle. Cross-checking the call. On hands.
Number 2 for hands. He's going to spend 2 minutes in the box. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next 40 seconds. And then Guilford will be on a power play for 1:20.
Joe Dean in the box. Fitzgerald, 4-on-4. Hand has got to be questioning themselves at this point. You got to think they're not feeling too good at this time, but
and it was a momentum builder after Guilford came off that penalty kill.
So special teams. Look out, Faulkner Filosa had to be alert there.
Yeah. You don't expect your own man to shoot on you.
Face off in the Guilford zone. Ring. He'll give chase against Eric Williams. Ring trying to pick his pocket. Williams still with it. Indians now on the power play as Venture's out of the box. Moore, Fitzgerald up top, shooting. And that goes off the glass. The face-off will stay low as it was deflected by a hand player. The fans love the hammer. Fitzgerald, Horde in front of the net, shot wide. Here's Nelson. Nelson shoots one. Tagliarini to stop. And they're able to clear it out. Solon does the job. Excuse me, Williams. Horton plays it back to his defense. 50 seconds left on the man advantage. Intercepted by Brown. Short-handed. Faulkner Filosa with a save.
Fantastic.
Biggest save of the game right there. Talk about stepping up at key moments. That was one of them. Here's Ring at the opposing line. Ring dropping. Fitzgerald. Tagliarini the stop on the Fitzgerald opportunity.
.227 left game. Guilford still on a 24-second power play, though you wouldn't know it.
Mackey, Doyle, Venter, Catarusa, and Salkins. Final 15 seconds left of power play time. One last rush. Catarusa gets around one man. Here's a chance for Salkins, and Tagliarini makes the save.
Well, still one more opportunity.
So Mackey, Doyle, and Salkins remain out. Hand changes up its line. Solon and Brown step out for the Tigers. Solon against Mackey on the face-off. James wins it back cleanly. The shot right on. A pad save by Tagliarini. Good win by Mackey. Nice low shot. James held up by one of the Deans. Turnover. Pass in front. Oh. Important save there. And Chad wasn't sure where the rebound was.
No.
Under 2 minutes left in the third period. 2-2. The Indians have come all the way back. It was that 2-goal lead, John. We talked about it.
That's right. The dreaded 2-goal lead, Dean.
Ring plays it back. Flipped in.
With 1:19 left, this game is far from over, Dean.
We went to overtime last time these two met. We're 1:10 from the same scenario. Kicked and sent in by Cataruzza. Tagliarini plays it to the corner. Shot, pad save, rebound. Horton. Gloved off the defenseman Dean. Cataruzza's got to get back to his usual spot. Donahue was the high man, and now it's Donahue. Takes a shoulder. He goes back to help out his defense.
Well, you can't turn the puck over there.
No, not right at the line. 25 seconds left. This was Venter time 3 games ago. He's out there now. Look out! There's a chance. They score with 15 seconds to go.
They left
the Tigers.
They left the man uncovered, far side of the goal.
Too many Indians following the puck. They missed the guy on the back door. So, Joe Dean from Mike Dean on the goal. I'm surprised Faulkner Filosa's not out of the net at this point. I mean, with 15 seconds left.
Right. He's close to the bench, Joe. If they get
but the time is. Here's Fitzgerald. Jack will give it a last-second opportunity. 5 seconds left. Ring steps up. Kept in. Shot wide. Time's going to run out. And the Hand Tigers now taunting by the Hand players. So the Tigers get a late goal by Joe Dean, his second of the game. And Hand will advance to play Brantford for the SCC Tournament Championship. A disappointing finish with the work the Indians did to come back in it, John.
Oh, boy, didn't they, Dean? Didn't they? They set themselves up perfectly. And unfortunately, you make one slight mistake and Hand will make you pay.
Especially at that juncture of the game.
That's right.
You got to make sure everybody's picked up. It's easy for us to say now,
Yeah,
of course,
right, exactly.
obviously. But a spirited effort, a great turnout, a good game all around again, as we expected.
That's right.
Another 1-goal game. You couldn't ask for anything better. And a disappointed Indians team skating off right here in front of us. And they'll have to regroup. The state pairings come out in 24 hours, and they'll know their fate. They'll know who their opponent is. They will have a home game.
And SCC, these playoff games don't affect the pairings. Is that right?
These games do not affect. So the regular season games, that's it. These teams could still meet in the tournament.
Right.
In the state tournament. So you never know if that could happen.
Right.
And Hand does have both wins now, regular season
It's tough
and
to win
in the
3
tournament.
in a row.
And the third time's always usually
tough,
not the charm.
Tough to win 3 in a row, at any rate.
So that's going to wrap it up from here. From Bennett Rink in West Haven, a good one. We wish we had a better finish for you, but that's a wrap. What can you do? A good finish for the Hand Tigers. They win it 3-2. So for Jeff Horton and John Knapp, I am Dean Cornelio. Good night from Bennett Rink. We will see you when the state tournament begins. Once again, the final, Hand Tigers 3, Guilford Indians 2.
Good night, everybody.